don't care what anybody says. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. I just don't believe that you can.
You can.
I don't think you can. And the reason why I say that is unless they move. If you're in a new state, that hoe can absolutely be a housewife. But if you got to look face to face with the men that your girl has been smashed by,
you're moving the goalposts.
I'm just saying.
You're moving the goalposts.
Look. The world of successful men is very small.
Yeah.
If you are in the world of successful men, odds are you know, let's say 40% of them.
Yeah.
A lot of times, a lot of the successful men go to the same kind of events. So certain women that date certain types of men, you can't, if she hoed around in that, you're writing yourself off of the entire circle the second that you've slept with multiple people. Now, if you're a down low hoe and nobody really knows about it, maybe you could get away with some stuff. But most times that's not the case. So I personally feel like it's important for women to preserve their bodies through the dating phase. Dating means getting to know someone. That does not mean I'm gonna sleep with you because then what happens? Now I have feelings for you because then what happens? Now all of a sudden I'm either in a relationship or a situationship, Lord forbid, and then what happens? Let's move in together, and then what happens? We have a baby, and then what happens? There's no commitment. That's what happens for most people, and there is no right or wrong way. I'm not saying that one way is more correct than the other. I'm speaking about what I desire. And a lot of the women that come to my platform want high value, high earning, masculine men. You cannot be a hoe, number one. You cannot dress a certain way. That's another thing. Women try to say, oh, he's controlling me because he doesn't want me to wear XYZ. No, you should respect that man enough not to put him in danger, realistically speaking, because if you're too sexy and another man steps you, now he's gotta say something, and if he doesn't say something, now he's not a man. You don't want no high value masculine man because now you're putting him in danger, and that's the problem. Girls are twisted out here. It's delusion. It's giving delusion.
The Lululemon.
Yes.
I'm with you.
Yes.
But I will tell you this.
You about to tell me about a hoe into a housewife?
You can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
No, you can't.
A lot of women who are married are previous hoes.
They had to move, Cam.
No.
I'm telling you, you can't be in the same city.
Listen. And this is going to be the part that goes viral.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Because if you want to go wife for wife, girlfriend for girlfriend.
Yes.
She's been with somebody and have hoed for somebody.
For somebody, not somebody's. She's not getting smashed by the community.
You're changing the goal.
Okay, so what is the definition of a hoe?
A hoe is what you're willing to do in a sexual act that is something that if you knew or somebody knew what you're capable of, a hoe at all times is not a bad thing.
Okay, I agree with you.
So when you're saying hoe,
can I add
it's
clarity?
Like you've had multiple partners.
Yes. Being promiscuous with multiple partners.
You're about to tell me that every wife has only been promiscuous with one person.
No, I'm not gonna say that. But there's a difference, Cam. There's a difference between getting smashed by multiple men throughout the year. My mother always said, don't be a hoe 6 months at a time. I said, Mom, what does that mean? She says, you're gonna meet a guy, you're gonna like a guy, you're gonna catch feelings for this guy, and then, let's say you guys start sleeping together, 6 months you decide you don't like each other, boom, you're on to the next guy. Now, in a year, you slept with 2 people. So let's say you slept with 2 people, you started 20, by the time you're 35, you slept with 30 men. Yeah. That's a lot of people. Now, I'm not even gonna say, in 2024, that's probably not even considered a hoe.
Hold on, can I stop there?
Yeah.
There's a lot of women who are delusional to their body count. If we're honest about how many sexual partners that you've had,
me specifically.
But listen.
Nah.
Can somebody pull out a calculator?
I just did the math.
No, I have not. I need assistance. So, if you start having sex at the age of 16,
fair.
Right?
Fair.
And you normally would say, hey, I've met 2 people
a year.
And you're now 36.
That's 20 years. That's 40 people.
A lot of women ain't gonna say, I've slept with 40
I hope they haven't slept with 40 people.
Come on,
That's
bro.
why you shouldn't be a hoe 6 months at a time, Cam. But get this. Now get this. in the world of small circles, in the world where the group of successful men is so small. Now, let's also be clear. Would you agree that most successful men, when they're in their hoe phase, sleep with the same hoes? It's a small group of people. Let's keep it a buck. We keeping it funky.
Please.
So if that's the case, if you are the woman that is saying, no, you can get to know me, you could be my friend, you could do X, Y, Z, and you can go smash whoever it is that you want to smash, get it in, have the time of your life while you get to know me as your friend. And if you choose me over here, that's a different conversation. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm a relationship girl, personally. So I guess I've been saved because I've been preserved through relationships. But also, I just, in my heart of hearts and what I know of people, you cannot, well, unless it's been like, maybe it's been 10 years, you just don't talk about it no more. Can't be, you can't actively, at this big age, whatever age you may be a hoe.
I'm 35.
You're only 35? And you're a man. Let's not pretend like there's not a double standard. And they might hate me for saying that, but it's the truth. Men get away with way more than women do.
For sure.
You could have hoed out 1,000 women.
That's not being a hoe as a man if that's a natural instinct.
I think with a man as a hoe, so this is what I think. I think it makes sense for a man to absolutely sleep with more women than women sleep with men.
See, this is where this podcast is a little different.
Tell me.
Because a lot of men who you may have sat across from asking certain questions about hoes, they can't cope with fucking top tier bitches.
I agree with you.
So,
but it's the same top tier women, Cam, that everybody else is smashing.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
According to Webster's dictionary, a whore is a person who engages in sex acts and especially sexual intercourse in exchange for pay. Ooh. A sex worker. I believe we're describing a slut. A woman who has many casual sexual partners.
Okay.
I believe the person we are describing in favor is a slut.
Okay.
And that is described as a woman who has many casual sexual partners.
Okay.
So no matter what we're describing here, it all goes back to the point that I'm making.
Yeah.
A lot of women are lying in delusion and they're not keeping it a big buck, or as we say, not keeping it funky with the amount of casual sexual partners that they have had.
And that's the problem. Let's take it back to the root. I agree with you. Women are absolutely lying out here. But I think the reason why is because, number one, in 2024, a lot of men don't want to commit, and women feel like guilted into having sex. Oh, well, I've gone out on a couple dates. Oh, well, I've done this. Maybe I should give him some. Or maybe you should just get to know the person instead of going on these big elaborate trips and restaurant dinners and whatever. Go get a smoothie. Go for a freaking walk. Feed the geese. I don't care what it is. Stop spending all this money. Stop having all this money spent on you so you won't feel like you owe somebody something. Because if you want a return on the investment, I understand that. And that's the problem. Women are over here with nothing to offer except for their body, which is why they're okay with casually sleeping with people. But that you cannot, look, I don't care. I do not, I know my friends and I know the circle, and I'm talking about men. I know my high value, high earning, masculine male friends. Some are married, some are in relationships, some are single. I'm telling you, and I'm sure that you can relate, if the same girl got smashed by all his boys or ones that he sees on the regular, that's not the girl he wifes. Most times.
You're moving the goalpost.
I'm not. Cam, I've been saying the same thing.
Okay. You said
yes.
In this last example,
yes.
Smashed by multiple partners, like of his partners.
People that he sees, the circle is small.
Understand this, though.
Yes, tell me.
What I'm saying, when you get with somebody,
yes,
thinking or expecting that person does not have a past with multiple partners.
Yeah. That's delusion.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
To not think, hold up, that the girl who's attractive, you think you just done found this needle in a haystack. And to not think that she's been fucked on by a person that you may know, whether that's your partner or that's somebody that you say, damn, bro, damn. That's what we call Men being a part of the Him Too movement. Him Too?
Dang,
No.
Kim.
Him Too? Him Too? See, I may be too real for y'all.
No, I hear you. I can't relate.
Because me and mine.
Yeah, y'all been around.
We been around the world. Up there is where you will see both of our thought jerseys.
So let me tell you, Cam, you wanna know the difference? The difference is most men, even in the successful circle, have not been with as many women as you've been with. And also, let's take it even further. Most men that are in the successful circle have not been with as many women that you've been with that are top tier, beautiful women. Most men are not Cam Newton. Let me be clear.
Thank you.
So now that we're clear on that, your girlfriend, stunning. I don't know anything about her. Stunning, seems solid. So of course a man is gonna wanna take her down. Yeah. Now the thing that probably makes you okay with choosing somebody that might have a number that's high is the fact that you've been there too. So your level of understanding is different from most people's, because once a mind is stretched to a new dimension, it can never go back to its former state. What do you look like saying, I need to be with a virgin? For what? You don't need that. You need somebody with a little bit of experience.
Which goes to the point I could turn a hoe into a housewife.
Oh, well, you got to marry me.
Oh, you just sit up here and play right into my...
Kim, maybe you.
To that point that you just said.
Yes.
Virgin, me, I don't want to have to teach you nothing.
I know that.
I just don't want to ask the question, damn, who taught you that? I'm just happy that it's mine. Thank you. You proved my point.
No.
And to another point.
No, but you are an exception, Cam. That's the difference.
Okay.
Most men are not on your sexual...
But I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
Most men...
Yes.
Who are high value, high functioning...
Yes.
They don't give a fuck about the niggas that they done...
It depends.
But listen, because this is the reality.
Yes.
When I say I can turn a hoe into a housewife...
Yeah.
It's if that hoe who has had multiple... sexual partners.
Yeah.
Casual sex.
Yes.
If I feel in my heart of hearts that that's mine, that's where we can cook with some damn grease and some oil. Because now I'm gonna say, hold on, baby, you mind? I'm gonna show you how to move. Now I can invest in you mentally, intellectually, sexually, and I can pour into you and tell you how a man thinks.
Yes.
Now, oftentimes people are gonna say, oh, I'm good, you can have that, sis. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to use a real reality in my life.
Okay.
Just because a man will fuck you doesn't mean he will fuck with you.
I agree.
Understand this.
Yes.
When you decide as a woman that you're going to partake in a casual encounter, that man that you were exclusive to now is under the impression that you're no longer the recipient of my benefits. That person that you've decided to have casual sex with, now you have to get rewarded by his benefits. Is it fair? Hold on. Is it fair? No, but this is the double standard. I said earlier in this whole sit down, a woman protects her body. A man protects his pockets.
Yes.
So if you're not willing to protect your body, it sounds so crazy and so tangible, and somebody's gonna see this and they're gonna say, what the fuck? Who the fuck does he think he is? I'm just keeping it a buck. But if you decide, oh, two could play this game, cool. Get his benefits since you don't wanna deal with my bullshit.
Yeah, I feel like all the women that are having casual sexual encounters are destroying the sexual market. And what I mean by that is because sex is so easy to get now, men damn near expect it on date number one. And so when you do hold out, there can feel like there's a little bit of pressure to be like, no. But I really, in my heart of hearts, because it is a double standard, Cam, now you just proved my point. We as women do not get to have the same rules as men. And I don't care what anybody says. It's a man's world. It just is what it is. And let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it funky. And as long as women keep going out here and sleeping with anything because you went to a nice restaurant, like that's how cheap a woman's body is. You took me to a dinner, now you deserve my body. What in the world are we even dealing with?
And I'm gonna tell you something too. This is where that experience has to get exposed. Baby, sis, sweetheart, pumpkin, Just because you went to a 5-star restaurant with a high valued man, he didn't do anything special.
Agree.
You're just a part of his reality in his life. Just because he flew private, that's just what he has.
Yeah.
And you've experienced what he has.
I know.
Just because you drove or rode around in his Rolls Royce, baby, darling, let me tell you, you're not special.
No.
This is my life that you're witnessing.
Yes.
So when you tell your girlfriends and you say, girl, we went to Bermuda and we went to Bora Bora, he has those type of abilities to give an experience like no other.
Yes.
There's what we call, in the words of Meek Mill, it's brackets.
Facts.
You're not a part of that bracket,
Right.
or you're not a part of that tier.
Yes.
Where you're saying, oh, he got you a AP? That little bitty watch ain't none.
Right.
You got that ain't none, baby.
Right.
So for me, I'm trying to not talk down, but I'm trying to put women on game to the reality of a high value or a high performing man.
Yes.
That little, that ain't.
He's probably having the same conversations, going out on different dates just because he wants some company. And I think that we as women have to come to a stand and stop giving stuff away, and not even to say for free. Stop laying down, stop going on trips, stop accepting gifts from men that you know you're not even interested in.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally men are paying to play at this point, which is a form of prostitution. And I'm so sick and tired of Instagram glamorizing prostitution. Oh, I want to be like her. Oh, I want that Birkin bag. Do you know who she's sleeping with to get that? Do you know the picture, the arm that's connected to that body? Do you know the things that she has to do, the way that she's disrespected just to show you, a person that doesn't know her nor care about her, this fake facade that she has?
Everything comes with a price.
Everything comes with a price.
That AP that she's rocking.
Oh, she put in the work.
Came with a price. That Instagram story of her at Mr. Child's,
Ooh,
at
not
Prom
Mr. Child.
112,
Hilarious.
at Chops,
Yes.
at Ruth Chris,
Not
comes
Ruth
with a
Chris.
price. And sometimes that price is paid by her body. Now, I will tell you this. Help me understand from your doctrine. At what phase of dating do you decide to become exclusive or official?
See, that's hard because we're always growing. I think it's just kind of when he asks and it makes sense and he knows I'm gonna say yes. Like, I'm old school. Still ask me. Don't assume I'm your girl. And I'm not gonna assume you're my man. If you're outside, be outside, and that's fine. But when you start cutting off the fun girls, when you start cutting off the experiences, I know you're more serious about me. And then when you do fully cut off other options, ask me to be your girlfriend. My answer is yes, if we've invested that much time and experience in getting to know one another. But I also think that goes back to the expectations inside of dating. I don't expect a man to bring me nowhere, really. Let's go grab a smoothie. I kid you not.
Can I stop you right there?
Yes.
Whether we go grab a smoothie, some green tea,
Yes.
caviar, Chardonnay,
Okay.
a walk in the park,
Okay.
that don't matter
No.
in regards to how what a man's intentions are.
No, and that's the point.
Okay.
Because only through experience can you learn his intentions.
Okay.
Only through experience can I see, do I even like you for real? Only through experience am I like, oh my God, we have some alignment here. But if you're just bringing me places and you're trying to blind me because of the experience that's so great, you're not fooling anybody, especially not me.
But that's where you need a man
Yes.
to empower you,
Yes.
sis, homegirl, to let you know, like, all he's doing is buying time
Yes.
until you give him an opportunity. And like I always say, you give a nigga like me an opportunity and I'm gonna knock that shit out the fucking park. But also understand,
Yes.
me being a man,
Yes.
I empower my woman
Yes.
to say, babe, I'm gonna give you so much game. You're going to be able to spot a fuck nigga from a mile away.
Period. I can.
Because if somebody's gonna say, hey, I wanna buy you a drink, my man can do that. Hey, I want to take you somewhere. My man could do that.
Kim, the only thing I'm impressed by, because I've had incredible experiences.
I can only imagine.
I've had really great experiences. The only thing I'm impressed by at this point is character. Character. Now, I'm not saying I would date somebody that makes $60,000 a year, because let me be clear, and this is for y'all that are listening at home, because I feel like people oftentimes go into the, oh, well, she's a gold digger. First of all, who is mining for rocks? Okay, let me be perfectly clear. Second of all, a good man that makes $60,000 a year versus a good man that makes $600,000 a year versus a good man that makes $60 million or $6 million a year versus a good man that makes $60 million or $600 million. Why would I choose the 60 if I have the options of all? Let's first of all just get that out of the way.
And to that analogy.
Yes. It's the same with beauty for women.
With that analogy,
yes.
understand
what comes with it.
Please understand what comes with 60 million, what comes with 6 million.
Oh, I know.
What comes with 600,000.
I already know.
What comes with 60.
I already know.
So if you tripping on other women.
I don't trip off of other women. Whoa, hold up. In a relationship.
Yeah.
And I've said this before. I believe that, number one, I date older men. I don't really like, I'm like, young men is not really my thing. I like a older, grounded.
So.
But wait, let me just say this.
Please do.
Because if an older man, most times they're done with that stage. Like maybe it would come up, but probably not. You know, like it's like they're ready to really just have something solid and have something real and have their ride or die. So for me, I don't experience that aspect of things. But I like a grounded man. I like a man that knows who he is. I like a man that's certain and is clear, is in purpose, on purpose, has a barometer of God. And it's not like I'm so great and that's why he's faithful. It's because he himself is over it. Like he's just over that stage.
The reality,
yeah,
he's never over.
I mean, in his mind, but sometimes folks is tired.
Okay, but I'm giving you, this is me giving you big brother talk.
Okay, come on.
This is me giving
you
big bro. A man's perspective.
Yes.
A man will always look at women in an attractive state to say, damn.
I would.
I'll fuck.
Period.
The shit out of her. Whether they act on it,
it's different.
It's different.
And I want to talk about it with you. I want to say, look, ooh, baby, look at her. These are the conversations that I have in my relationship. I don't care if a man looks at a woman. What do I look like? No, I don't understand that. I don't care if a man likes a certain photo. Now, I do think that where men go wrong, and women actually, is putting themselves inside of access to where they know they will fumble. Now, for me, even me, I am as high integrity as I have ever been in my life. I live on principle. I live on standards. I have a way of being, and anybody that's around me knows that. But even me, I would cheat if I got put continuously over time in the wrong situation. So how do I avoid it? I'm not putting myself into that space. I'm not super strong. I'm not super disciplined. I'm just smart. I know for me, I like sweets, Cam. I love sweets. You won't find one sweet thing in my house. Not one. Why? Because I will eat it all at the same time. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have a smoothie or some fruit instead of sweets. I'm gonna go to the gym when I'm thinking about it because I need to get things going. Really and truly speaking, I just don't put myself into that. So most of the types of men that I date, they don't put themselves in that position. They're so in purpose, on purpose. It's like, yeah, it's great to talk. Yeah, let's talk about it. But they're not acting on it. Damn.
It's a lot. What you're saying is, I can agree with it. And then there's certain things that I can disagree with.
That's fair.